sound so soulful. Don't you agree? Very right, son. Hey. Hold up. Everybody tripping off the way that we be living like. Slow up. Only got one life, so you gotta live it right, but hold up. You ain't never really ever been in my shoes or felt my pain or felt my blues or seen my gains or paid my dues. So homie, what you stepping?
Man. Now that joint. You got a track on there? Yeah. No. I like when you say, see, I came up and that's all me.
Now for real, that's all me. Made the beat and I wrote the heat and I set up the mic and recorded it. I got mad driving, that's road rage.
Like, I couldn't describe myself in any better terms. Literally the opening line, if you go online right now and you hit that out, I say I stomp around in brown boots with a trench coat. And like brown boots, a white tee, and I'm probably rocking a trench coat. This is literally how I roam around, you know. So, yeah, that now I would say is definitely me in a nutshell.
Me inspired by my father, see, son and rappers. Honestly, my parents got 2 Benzes and a Porsche out on the porch with successes that they brought. Took more than 4 doors to conquer. I conquered. All my life's been comfortable. I've been witness to some shit that I needed comfort for, but never got it. And ironically, that molded me.
You start off, you talk about, you know, my parents got 2 Benzes and a Porsche, but it's on purpose because at the end, you're going to bring it back from another perspective, showing their whole story. You're not just, you know, saying, oh, I'm well off, but there's a story behind that. How your parents are,
like, a lot of dudes, like, number one, I either get respect or I get, like, shoved aside because of how I'm living currently. But a lot of people don't realize, I'm 20 years old, like, you know, my parents worked their ass off to get in the position that they are. So, like, you know, and I only have that story to tell. That's me growing up. I'm a product of their marriage. So, you know, the fact that dudes look down on you because you never struggled as a rapper, like, it boggles my mind how dudes want that story, but then they don't realize that my parents have that story. Like, you know, they are the ones that, like, I'll be real, like, I look at that in the eye. My mom didn't have parents growing up. You know, like, I come from witnessing those type of pains, although it wasn't firsthand, and my parents made a pact to make sure that their children will be brought up properly. I've been witness to this as a little kid, and I'm the youngest out of all my cousins. So, like, I don't know if you know, like, if you have an argument in the household, and you're like a little 2-year-old kid, aunties would often pull you aside and talk to you, thinking you don't understand what the hell they say. Like, you know, Jody, like, your mother, or your dad, or whatever, like, they're just full of drama, and, like, you know, little things like that, and, like, it just added up, and people put all that shit on me, and kind of stuck with me. So, like, I have a whole lot of stories to tell, and, yeah, my father being an influence, like, that's just priceless, man. Like, I watched my dad go from being one of 5 kids whose parents got moved from a well-off area due to apartheid, and he is the second youngest of his kids. And just to watch him go from being a teacher to opening like a mechanic shop to losing job completely to saving up throughout that time, owning a few taxis, like, you know, and saving up and buying himself a business to where he is today. Like, I mean, like, dude, that is influential to me. Like, that just shows me, like...
Is that where you get your work ethic from?
That is definitely where I get my work ethic from, man. Like, I'm very, very proud of my dad, and, you know, it just goes to show for me, like, a lot of people think because my parents are well off, I'm well off. Dude, currently as we standing, my parents are in Thailand enjoying, like, their anniversary. Like, if I ask my dad for, like, 100 rand to go out, he will laugh at me. Like, he'll be like, yo, I work for this money, like, you know, so, you know, like, he always keeps that border, like, there's a threshold to his kindness. Yeah. And it's like the type of things that he teaches us. It's just the morals and ethics about it. Like, you know, he didn't get to where he is. Although we're his sons, like, you know, he doesn't give us those handouts that we'd like. We got to work for it. So yeah, like, my father's been detrimental to, not detrimental.
Young king, humble beginnings, 1-bedroom crib out in Port Elizabeth. Too young to remember, but my fam got the pictures, bruh. We still carrying the type of scars where the stitches are. Mentally situated, but every issue waiting for me. Gotta chill as I spill my soul. Since I was 4 years old, I was singing Michael Jackson tunes. I was dancing in the kitchen like I'm really him. I can barely begin to show my thanks.
Well, yeah.
Did you actually start recording the very first time you actually started?
The very first time I actually started recording was with the dude that I mentioned before, Dino Carreras. I was in grade 10, I think it was, and yeah, that's when I started doing my first actual recordings. But music's always been a part of my life. Like half of my family's from Port Elizabeth, the other half's from Cape Town, so it was always long trips between the two in a car, because like we weren't bowling like that with no plane money, so we had to drive in between the two.
We're gonna talk another track on the album, Blessing.
Yeah.
We'll get into that.
Yeah, so like those trips were often like 10 hours, if not more, because like we were little kids and my father wasn't about to kill us in no speed accident. So like to kill the time, the only thing there was music. And I think those trips I'll definitely speak about those more. And like the weird way in which that helped me to make music. But yeah, in short, that's how. My parents are religious too, so you know, there's always church, and my mother was always like, you know, she always wanted a girl. And sadly, she didn't get one, so it's just me and my brother. And so she always encouraged me to take part in music and stuff like that. So, like, you know, it's a very soft start, especially for a rapper, but I'm just being honest, you know. So, yeah, like, my mother definitely had a big influence regarding music and the things that I do.
Well, that's what we want in rap, honesty.
Everybody can rap, but only a few get in these positions, you know, where they can really speak, you know, to a generation of people, you know, have them follow. And entertaining can, you know, only can go so far. You know what I'm saying?
Hey look, I gained a little buzz, then lost a couple homies, and slowly realized a lot of you just do not know me. I'm loyalty over lawyer fees, family over royalties. More than meets the surface, man, I'm deeper than an oil rig.